Hi everybody, I'm Annaleigh Ashford. I'm in the musical Kinky Boots and I play the character of Lauren. And I am here today at Broadway.com to answer your fan questions, which I'm really excited about. Oh, Sarah, I don't know what else I would do if I was not a performer, but I did think about it at some earlier points in my life. What would I do? I guess that I would be an elementary school art teacher, but I still probably would weirdly perform all of my demos in some kind of fashion, you know. But I guess that's what I would do. But my whole life, I think I've always just known I wanted to do this, so I'm so lucky I get to do it. Hey Charles! Okay, my best advice for you on getting to Broadway is go to dance class, take voice lessons, take acting classes if you can, buy Respect for Acting by Uta Hagen. It's one of my favorites. That and Ivana Chubbuck's book, that's also incredible. So get those two books, they're really good acting books. And never look side to side. It doesn't matter who's running next to you, or who's running behind you, or who's running ahead of you. You just run your own race. That is the truth. I think the whole score is beautiful, but I love Some Kind of Time. Every night I would sit backstage and listen to it. So I think it's my favorite movie, but I like them all. Hey Garrett. Okay, so if I were to think of something that I would want to do with Stark, well, I would want to do a million things with Stark because he's really dreamy and magical and talented. But I want to do No Coward plays with him because he's funny and silly and he's got a really beautiful British accent because he's really good at accents, and his wife Gemma is British and she's beautiful and magic. So I want to do either like Lives here, we'll play brother and sister, or when we're a little older, we'll do Private Lives. I'm planning it. Okay, Chris, here it comes. I want to say that I'm really grateful that the entire Broadway community has accepted me so graciously with, some open arms, and I'm going on tour the day after the Tonys, and I'm really excited about it, but I'm gonna miss you guys. I'm gonna miss you. Yeah. She'll probably say that to us real soon. Okay, Harvey, I cannot do because I have a show in a couple hours. Hey Maddie, okay, so I have some crazy shoes on today. These jellies I purchased. They have Swarovski crystals on them, and I'm not telling you how much they cost, but they were expensive, and I can't believe I spent that much money on them. I would never do that again, but I'm really happy I did because they are lasting a long time. And back in my go-go dancing days, I would wear platforms that were not of this era. Usually they were vintage, and more than once they disintegrated while I was wearing them. Hey Jack, okay, the last song that I listened to on my iPod was a ukulele version of All You Need Is Love. It's really heavenly. It put me in a good spirit. I love the Beatles on the uke. Hey Fraser. Okay, so my best friend, Craig Jessup, also known as Breedlove, he called me, this was like 2 New Years ago, and he said, come meet me for midnight, if you don't have somewhere to be at midnight on New Year's, because I am singing a set of my music. And I was like, okay. So I ran down to this total dive bar on the Lower East Side, and I walked in, and it was Gaga's private party for the night. And so I have not seen her for probably 6 years. I hadn't seen her for a really long time, and when I would see her, it would be at very social, kind of music events or whatever. And I don't know what I was thinking. Instead of being like, hey, I'm Annaleigh, we met each other, I just acted like we'd seen each other yesterday. And I was like, how have you been? And she's obviously been doing great. She was like, oh, I've been doing great, thanks. And I was like, great, so life is good. I got real awkward and weird because she's like a mega pop star now. It's crazy. And I remember seeing her perform. I remember seeing her open for the Semi Precious Weapons and being like, she has her own thing going on. That is really exciting. And now she's Lady Gaga. Laura, what's my beauty secret? Sometimes I don't shave my legs for 2 weeks at a time. That's true. I realized today I've forgotten to shave my legs for 2 weeks. But when I finally do, it will be exfoliation. So that, and by saying that, what I mean is I just try to keep it real. Also, my favorite designer of this season is a designer called Novus, and she is killing it with some fierce dresses / navy blue velvet pantsuits. Stephanie, I'm trying to think of a boss that I've had that's been a male and a straight male, and I've not had one. But if I did, I would maybe at some point have been like, ooh, yes. I've had crushes on people before though, you know, haven't we all? But never a boss, bummer. Hey Chad. Okay, actually, my fiance and I, our like first real date, I had to sing at a benefit, actually with Stephanie Block. We were singing For Good, and it was during the stagehand strike, and I never wear my high heels on the street. Like, I'll immediately switch to sneakers or flats. So I switched to my sneakers, and my feet kind of, I don't think smelled good, so that was awkward. And then I like tripped and fell when I was like putting the sneakers on. And then we were walking down the street, and then he tripped and fell. So that was awkward, but we arose past the awkwardness, so there is hope for awkward first dates. Oh my gosh, hi Carol. My grandma's name was Carol. I love the name Carol. So I'm getting married deep in the mountains of Colorado, which is where I'm from, and like it'll be very super low-key and bohemian, because sometimes it's fun to feel like you're a woodland nymph, especially when you're getting married. Hey Emma, I guess that, you know, I think about all of the different ladies I've played, and I'm not amazingly like any of the women that I've played. Like Lauren is so much stronger than I am and so much more outspoken than I am. Maureen did things I would never do. And I have all my teeth, as Marcy didn't, and also was a hooker, and I don't give those goods away for free. And, oh no wait, she doesn't either because she paid for them. I said that wrong. I don't sell my goods. Let's quit talking about my goods. And Glinda meant well. Glinda meant well, but I'm a little brighter with fellow people than Glinda was at the beginning of the play. So I'd say there's a little bit of me in every girl that I've played, but I haven't yet played a role that's kind of like myself, which I think is kind of cool. I'm grateful for that. Hey Joshua, so, you know, there are many roles that I'd like to play on the Broadway. You know, when Virginia Woolf was happening, I thought to myself, someday I want to play Martha, and you know, there's lots of things I'd like to do. But I would like one more crack at Annie, because the last time that I played the role of Annie in Annie, I was doing it at the North Glen Rec Center in North Glen, Colorado. It was the worst community theater production that ever happened of Annie. And I got really sick the last weekend, and I sat down on the suitcase for the last like reprise of Maybe, and I went, maybe far away. And I peed, and I peed, and I peed, and I peed, and I couldn't stop peeing, and the Sandy was somebody in the cast, like it was their golden retriever that was not trained. So then at the end of the play when Sandy comes out, Sandy came out and was like splashing in my pee, and it was going everywhere. There was pee down the backs of my legs. Oh, and everybody just kept coming on and like walking around the pee, because it was a lot of pee. So I've peed my pants on stage, and I never got to like try again because it was the last performance because we only did like 3. Oh, hey Lisa. Okay, so all of our drag queens have given us fierce names, and I said to somebody earlier I would be like Honey Boo Boo Child LaMay, but I don't know if I like that. Maybe instead, this is crazy. I had a ladybug in my dressing room, and I collect ladybugs, and there was a real ladybug on my mirror, and so we put it on a fake ladybug and took like 800 pictures of it because we couldn't believe it. And then it flew at me, and we thought we killed it, and we couldn't find it, and I went downstairs to the hair room, and it was in my hair. The ladybug was in my wig. Isn't that crazy? So I'm changing it to Ladybug Johnson LaMay. Hey guys, thank you so much for asking your questions. I hope that I answered them sufficiently and to your liking. And please come down to the Al Hirschfeld Theater on 45th Street and come see Kinky Boots because it's a magical, heartfelt, real good time. And you'll have a lot of fun. All right, thanks guys. Bye.
Oh, Mary, don't touch your lips, it'll smudge.